Hey, everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup here in Week 3 between the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. Under center, it'll be the former UCLA Bruin, Josh Rosen.
In the 2018 draft, there's a lot of debate about who was the best quarterback, but there was no debate about who the best thrower was out of the group. It was Josh Rosen, able to deliver short, long, medium, with touch, throw the deep ball, you name it. He's got it in his arsenal.
They begin the drive with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Here we go now.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Now Johnson. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Mike Daniels is often underrated as a big-time defensive player in the NFL, but the Packers know his value. Short in stature, but that leverage advantage that he has allows him to get upfield, get underneath offensive blockers, and make plays in the backfield. In addition, very strong at the point of attack. A big-time weightlifter, got that from his dad, a former power lifter.
Detroit!
Johnson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Watch him now, Barney! Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39! Green!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
On second down, Rosen. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for a Nunwa there, and it's third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag.
Still third down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. Third and long.
Here we go now. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3, get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense that they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McLaughlin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, it all came together. They evaluated it very well, and got a nice payoff.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the guns. And now running right through it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
18. Here we go. 58.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Can we just take that run and turn it into kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Look 58. Over here.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's McLaughlin. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Chandler Jones had a nice run in New England, but I think he's found a real home in Arizona with their pressure package and their ability to utilize him in various ways. Standing up as an outside linebacker, he can come off the edge or loop inside in pass rush. And they can also put his hand down on the ground in pass rush situations and let him try and win against offensive tackles.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's complete right around the 8. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Box it. 319.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. Hayden Hurst from 3 yards out. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Reset. Hey, easy.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there, taking it in. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue line. Blue line.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
3-19.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is taken at the 23. The 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
But that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
On play action, Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McLaughlin. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. To throw is Rodgers. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
3-19.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Rodgers now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. To throw on 2nd down. Rodgers buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, but it sets up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. In for the score. And the Packers add on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Set. 3-19.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On first down, it's Rosen. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Dumping it off for Johnson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come to... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the 2nd half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the 3rd quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Rodgers now on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The Packers on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 11. Rodgers now operating from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Pass interference, defense.
So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's McLaughlin. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding, offense.
So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. And that's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Rodgers under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Holding, offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Hayden Hurst from 19 yards away. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Point after here coming up. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real
David Johnson on his way. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 75 yards. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McLaughlin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Again, it's Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go. Green,
C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
now let's go.
Play action here with Rosen. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
3-19.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Kaiser. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
A give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Give them 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Packers on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go! What? 90!
To throw is Barrett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Simon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Barrett. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
On 2nd down, Barrett. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Anderson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now
down.
your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Barrett. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Flex round. Flex round.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Barrett now on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Barrett. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Here we go. Grand 38.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. Over the middle, complete. It's Person. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Kaiser now on second down. Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Packers on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Hut! Hut!
Now Kaiser. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Come on, let's go!
Kaiser here looking to throw it. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Kaiser. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
That one goes for 24 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Glendale.